Showing sports talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed, baby. Now let's talk legend. One of these dudes is a legend, the other one is awesome. Nothing else. And it's Riddick Bowe. You know what I'm saying? Riddick Big Daddy Bowe, man. You know what I'm saying? Riddick Big Daddy Bowe, he retired 43-1, right? 33 KOs. Bad boy. I'm just be honest, I'm kind of like a Riddick Bowe hater, a little bit, if you would call it hater. You know how you just wasn't a fan of the man because of somebody else. Like your favorite team, I'm a fan of Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan wasn't on the Lakers. You know what I mean? But you understand his greatness. That's how Riddick Bowe is. We understand Riddick Bowe is great. 2 or 3 time champion, got them wins over Evander Holyfield, beat Holyfield 2 out of 3 fights. Mike Tyson can't say that. You know what I mean? He's the infamous fights he had with Galata, but he was behind on them. But Galata kept hitting them low. But Riddick Bowe handled his business against a lot of fighters. I'm talking about a lot of fighters. This is a definite legend. Just that thing with Lennox Lewis where he didn't fight Lennox Lewis, that irked me over his career. But other than that, he handled his business and beat a lot of good fighters. A lot of good fighters. So he was asked, who's the best he faced, and in different categories. Man, I'm talking about in every category. It could be speed, Evander Holyfield, the best chin, Evander Holyfield, the best footwork, Evander Holyfield, best defense, Evander Holyfield, the smartest one, Evander Holyfield. Didn't matter what it was because Evander Holyfield, he said, just had it all. And Evander Holyfield was always fit. And he was like, that's going to be a problem if you can hurt him or whatever, but he's coming back with some. So he was had his problems with Evander Holyfield. We know that. The only thing that Evander Holyfield didn't win was the best jab. A best jab is from one of them bums that people be calling. You know what I mean? We was talking about when we were talking about Larry Holmes and Anthony Joshua the other day. Pinklin Thomas, the name I mentioned. Pinklin Thomas is all that. He said Pinklin Thomas was the best jab he faced. Right? And this is a guy 6'5", 250. Right? So if somebody can get a jab on somebody 6'5", 250, it ain't easy to jab Riddick Bowe. But Pinklin Thomas was able to do that. But what's interesting, I asked him, well, who's the best puncher you faced? And you would think all them people that he done faced, no, he faced a whole lot of people, box rec or something, his record. He said a whole lot of people that he's Riddick Bowe faced, right? The biggest puncher was somebody that weighed between 205, 210 pounds. And that would be Herbie Hyde. Herbie Hyde, former WBO champion, one of the first WBO champions. When WBO wasn't meaning that much at that time, but that's what Herbie Hyde did. Now Herbie Hyde lost to your boy uh, Riddick Bowe. He lost to Riddick Bowe, but he was 26-0 with 26 KOs when he fought. 26-0 with 25 KOs when he fought Riddick Bowe, and he lost that fight with Riddick Bowe. But Riddick Bowe said he got hit by this dude, and he had to get it together quickly. Right? He had to get it together quickly because he didn't think it was going to be getting hit like that. And that's Herbie Hyde, man. Herbie Hyde was 49-0 when he retired, 49-4 when he retired. But let me tell you, he's lost. He was 6'2", about 205, 210 pounds, with a lot of power. And he only lost to big behemoths, bad dudes. I'm talking about you better be real big or have a whole lot of punch resistance if you're going to deal with Herbie Hyde. And he had an awesome run. Right? That's what I'm saying about some of these fighters. If they lose, people get on them automatically like you lost, and not forgetting the run that they had. Right? And so if you live through some of these runs, then you'd be like, man, I don't care. Like I would say Prince Nassim Hamed, the awesome run until he lost to Barrera. I don't give a damn he lost to Barrera. That's an awesome run. My boy Deontay Wilder, awesome run. All the way up to losing Tyson Fury. Same thing as Herbie Hyde, basically, except Deontay Wilder had this real championship, the WBC belt, but they're similar. A whole lot of similarities. That's why it tickles me when when British hate Deontay Wilder so much, because he's an adversary for Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. So that's going to be there. But I'm thinking you guys had a Deontay Wilder, something very similar in Herbie Hyde, meaning I ain't gonna weigh as much as these dudes. I'm walking down trying to knock them out. Everybody. When your boy Herbie Hyde lost to Vitaly Klitschko, which is a big 6'7" behemoth and a bad dude, one of the best ever. You know what I mean? We talking Vitaly Klitschko here. You got to be in your top 10, 12 ever. 6'7", ain't nobody beat him. You know what I mean? This is Vitaly Klitschko. He lost to him, but he was 33-1, like with 32 knockouts when he met him. You know what I'm saying? So he won the WBO belt twice. by beating Michael Bent, who, matter of fact, Michael Bennett just came off of knocking Tommy Morrison out. Then he came and got beat by your boy Herbie Hyde. Then Herbie Hyde went on lost to your boy Riddick Bowe, then came back about 3 or 4 fights later and beat Tony Tucker, which is not easy to do either, because he's also a big 6'5" boxing type, right? So Herbie Hyde lost to big old dudes, but you knew he was coming up after you, and he ain't running from you, and he got a punch, and if he got you hurt, he gonna go crazy. Ain't nothing about Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's a 6'7" Herbie Hyde, and bottom line is they had an awesome stretch, a very awesome stretch. And sometimes people forget Herbie Hyde. So it was good to see Riddick Bowe mention that name again, because Herbie Hyde was somebody that I kind of followed, because I'm like, man, this little dude crazy, right? And you knew something was gonna happen if you seen the Herbie Hyde fight, right? Regardless, and he was beat by people, but they better be big and bad. And that's what I'm saying with the same thing with Deontay Wilder. Like, hey, Tyson Fury, but whatever, man. He's 40 pounds heavier, 2 inches taller, and I had his butt down on the ground, and we'll see what happens going forward. But I ain't go, like Deontay Wilder lost or Herbie Hyde lost. Forget that runs these boys had. Mm-mm. So if you had, you got time now, go check out Herbie Hyde. Riddick Bowe let you know. Watch that fight. Riddick Bowe got hit with some stuff, and Herbie Hyde, when he hit you, you remembered you got hit. Ask Riddick Bowe. Doma Sports Talk worldwide. And I'm about here, y'all.